icy steel and flesh, sweat of muscle and rage.
Leonidas and the brave 300 are dead. Have I not given enough for your dream of a united Greece, Themistocles? A king, a husband.
Avenge him.
You are so ruthless in this.
Yes.
So I want to know, is it good to be so bad?
It's thrilling to be so bad.
Why?
Why? Because it's you know, you can really kind of let out all, you know, the rage inside you, and you feel kind of very powerful, and it's full on, you know. She's so driven and manipulative and single-minded, and, you know, her mission is war, and that is it, you know. She's bonkers.
Was it a good kind of stress reliever? Like if you were having a bad day, you're like, ugh.
Let's cut off some heads. Yeah, I mean, you feel very strong when you play that kind of characters, and you know, it's not a girlfriend in a film, you know, she's a man. You know, that's rare.
Let's chat.
Okay, let's do it.
First thing I want to,
You're a little intimidating with your axe.
Well, I want to give you the axe.
Oh, thank you.
Now, having worked on the film, do you know how to operate that thing?
This axe? I'm guessing it's like a upside-down golf club, right? I could just swing in here, and that would work.
Could you cut someone's head off?
I wouldn't, but I could.
So let's talk about the story a little bit. I feel like it was a lot more, oh, I like the pose, a lot more complex than the first one. Do you feel like the storyline this time around was a little bit more complex? There was a lot more going on?
I mean, there's a lot going on in this movie, and we're introducing, you know, kind of incredible, strong, huge new characters. I'm going to give you your axe back.
Okay, thank you.
And also you're seeing this story that's been told before from a different perspective. So it's kind of a cool way to rewatch something you may have seen, but you're seeing again for the first time. It's kind of, you know, it's an oddity.
I want to give you these weapons.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this. Yes, thanks. Do you guys, after being so, do you know how to operate this kind of equipment?
Not these, because I had a sword. Not this, I had a sword, so
Where'd you play?
he's pretty handy with that.
Yeah, I am. Dead handy with this.
Could you cut someone's head off?
Not right now. I just eat them, so.
What is it like being on a set with all this stuff and, you know, hundreds of people just beating the living crap out of each other?
It's awesome.
Elaborate. Like, take me through a day.
You know, you're sort of only in it for, you know, 30 seconds at a time, but within that 30 seconds it feels like quite a long time, and you just play fighting on a massive scale, and you know, I was just like a big kid, you know. Externally, I guess you're kind of like, whatever, I do this every day, but internally you're just like, oh my God, you know.
What was it like for you?
I learned how to do this. You ready?
Fell
Wow.
right through.
Oh, I haven't been practicing recently. I'm out of practice.
Only the gods can defeat the Greeks. You will be a god king.
For glory's sake, war!
Generals gathered in their masses.
I will attack the Greeks with my entire navy.
Just like witches at black masses.
He has sold her soul to death himself.
In the fields of bodies burning.
She's going to bring all of hell with her.
being around all these like juiced up dudes. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, you know, they're all like buff and stuff. Like, does it make you like, ugh, I need to go to the gym? Like, what's it like on set?
Pretty bad. Makes me think I should go to the gym when you see that. Also, now makes me think I need to open a store called Buff and Stuff. You've just coined it.
What would Buff and Stuff sell?
Roids. Like you want a roid, natural roids, right? Why not? Gonna market it. Put all my money in. I think I can't lose.
Oh my God, they work out so hard. It's just painful. And they're not allowed to eat lots and they can't drink. I mean, it's just, you know, they really have to behave. You know, it's like this intense training. But what it's very rewarding. I mean, I had to train too, not as hard as them, because they are almost naked in the film, so they have to look really perfect. And you know, and before each take, you know, they have to lift weights. So it kind of, I don't know, the magic of the man's body, but it's you know, it requires lots of work, but then it pays off. You know, they look really cool, and you know.
That must be very strange to be on set with all these like. They can't eat, or they're trying to like steal food off your plate.
Yeah, I felt like I was the naughty one. I was allowed a bit of wine in the evenings and all this, you see, because I'm fully dressed, so you know, I can have my cheese and wine.
But you're French.
And I'm French. Yeah.
Isn't wine in your blood?
It is.
You know, and obviously everyone's talking about you had to work out and blah blah blah, all that stuff. Now, was that real, or did people paint that on you?
No, it was real. It was all hard work. There was a little bit of enhancement. Just they would spray to help the camera pick it up, but they would only enhance what you had. So you know, if you had a 1-pack, then it would be a very defined 1-pack. But if whatever you had a little bit of assistance.
When everything was over, did you just finally could eat whatever you wanted? Was that
absolutely?
Yeah.
What was the first? What did you do?
I ate a sword, obviously. After I finished eating the sword, and then I moved on to the axes, and then I found that was a little bit much.
We just went nuts because we'd, you know, even in the lead up towards the end, you know, you've got a few days before what goes in here shows up here. So you know, 4 or 5 days out from wrapping, I was starting to, you know, loosen up and get stuck into it.
Let's talk about you for a little bit, because you were on a little show on our network, Terminator.
Yes.
And I want to know, you know, back then, did you envision this career for yourself? Did you?
I planned it all out. I've executed it well. Stop it. No, God, no. I mean, I consider myself an employed working actor, and that in itself is an achievement, you know, in this industry of madness.
What about kind of these the genres do you like? Obviously, Game of Thrones, Terminator. They all kind of have that fanboy-esque thing going. Do you personally like that kind of thing, or did you just fall into? You're that girl now.
I did. There was no plan. They just happened to be things that I've been, you know, interested in, and the characters. It's mainly I don't think about genre. It's just the women in these genres tend to have this aspect of heroicism to them, and also, you know, they're given, because of the boundaries of reality are slightly blurred, they're given these extra things to carry through their life, but it doesn't mean you're going to go and play somebody very loudly. You know, you can kind of fill them with human emotion, which I love, that kind of slight contradiction, you know.
Are we seeing more powerful roles for women these days, as opposed to like the damsel in distress? Do you think that's changing?
I do think it's changing. I think TV's got a lot to do with that. There's a lot of, you know, female-led shows around, and I think people are more and more interested in that. Networks and cable are kind of like, we want stuff, you know, that have these strong, intriguing women in the lead, and you know, it's pretty awesome.
Last question. What superhero would you want to be, and why?
I'd have to go for Batman. I just think he's kind of cool and classic, and I love that mask.
You could pull it off.
As the war machine keeps turning,
today we will dance across the backs of dead Greeks.
no god. You're just a man.
Choose your glory! And let it be shown that we chose to die on our feet rather than live on our knees.